Welcome to Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, as we get ready to have the first game of the 82-game NBA season underway. Starting five for the Pistons is Jackson, KCP, Morris, Ilyasova, and Drummond, going against Teague, Bazemore, Cephalosha, Millsap, and Horford. It'll be Dre, and it'll be Horford in the center circle. Your ref, Jeff Jones. Is accompanied by Mitch Manis and Jerry Johnson with him. But Dre wins the tip, and it is controlled by the Pistons. Pistons Hawks underway. Jackson left wing, working on Teague. Screen from Drummond, driving right side. Kick back to Drummond. Swing pass, Caldwell Pope. Pull up jumper is up, and it is good. As those are the first points of the young season for the Pistons. Caldwell Pope, working on Bazemore. Swing pass, Ilyasova, top of the key. Screen from Drummond, drive left. Swing back, Drummond driving on Millsap. Morris corner, driving to the lane, and he is blocked. Rebound collected by Horford, and the Hawks are in transition. Teague crossed the timeline, working on Jackson. Teague, pull up, free throw line extended is good. And it is a 2-2 game now with 10:20 left in the game. 4-4. Jackson, checked by Teague, out Morris. Morris guarded tightly by Cephalosha. Takes up his dribble, down to Jackson, checked by Teague. Out Caldwell Pope, pull up, three is up and off front iron. Cephalosha with the board. Hawks up the floor. They don't have numbers. Teague, checked by Jackson. Double team on him. Now KCP fades off. He's on Bazemore. Bazemore driving to the lane and over top of Ilyasova as the Hawks take their first lead of the game. It is 8-4. Jackson hits the trailer. Drummond drives, swings Ilyasova. Working on Millsap. Out Jackson. Checked by Teague. Spin move. Free throw line extended. Caldwell Pope between the circles. Pull up jumper is up off front iron. Rebound goes Drummond. Kicks out Morris. Angle left. Over Jackson.
Now here's
Jackson, top of the key. Pounding that left hand dribble. Drives left. Pull up jumper is up, and it is in. That is going to bring them to within 2 here with 7:40 left. 8-6 still. Ilyasova in the post. Turnaround jumper is up, and it is good. It is an 8-8 game now for the Detroit Pistons Atlanta Hawks. As Teague across the timeline, right hand. Switch left over to Millsap, top the key. Cephalosha left baseline. Swing past Millsap. Free throw line extended. Out Bazemore. Teague wide open three. And bang, bang, bang. Jeff Teague knocking down that open three. And that puts the Hawks up 15-10 now with 4 minutes left. 4 minutes game clock. 14 shot clock. Hand off Dre. Drummond over Jennings. Pull up three from left wing is up, and it is good. Jennings pulling them to within 2 here as 3:22 left in the game or quarter. Jennings checked by Korver. Pounding that left hand. Pull up jumper is off the mark. Aaron Baines gets the rebound. Tolliver swing to Johnson. Johnson top of the key. Three is good. And that's going to put the Pistons in the lead. Now we're tied at 19. Baines left baseline. Top of the swing to Meeks. Meeks working on Korver. Screen from Baines. Meeks driving right. Tolliver. Johnson. Three ball. Corner pocket. Stanley Johnson. Pistons are on a 12-4 run the last 7 minutes. As that closes out the first quarter. Pistons 22. Atlanta Hawks 20. This is your Detroit Pistons Radio Network. We'll see you in the second quarter. Welcome back to the start of the second quarter here in the Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Pistons are here up by 1, 25-24 as the KCP jumper is off the mark. Teague across the timeline. Has Cephalosha right corner. Three ball corner pocket is good. And that brings the Atlanta Hawks up by 2. Drummond to Caldwell Pope, handoff. Drummond driving left on Millsap. Turn. Switches back right, has a cutting Morris, and Morris with authority. Marcus Morris throwing that one down with authority, as that's what they need to do. As Caldwell Pope switches back on Millsap. Millsap between the circles, over to Bazemore, back all the way back to Millsap. They have Teague. Teague driving, has a lane, and he's going to throw that one down. 2 hands, please, as Jeff Teague brings the Hawks to within 1. And this is a 32-31 game. 7 minutes left here in the second quarter, 20 on the shot clock. Jackson top of the key, working on Teague.
You're exactly right. I mean,
so often when a team picks up his dribble,
explosive play out of its
or Caldwell Pope,
that can really
on Bazemore. Bazemore in the air. Caldwell Pope, pull-up jumper is up, and it is good. As the Pistons take a 3-point advantage here over the Hawks, now down by 1. Schroeder checked by Jennings, left wing. Screen from Scott. Scott driving, pick and roll, dunk, 2 hands, please. As they put the Hawks up 3. And that'll be halftime, 45-45 here in Atlanta. This is your Detroit Pistons Radio Network as our halftime report from your host, TJ Moore. Will be here. The rebounds category was tied, 22-22. Quite an even matchup. His score was also 45-45. 9 assists for the Pistons, 10 for Hawks. Hawks had made 20 field goals, while 17 for the Pistons. 5 threes made for the Pistons, and only 2 for the Hawks, but they have been 50%. As welcome back to the start of the third quarter, as this has been a tight ball game throughout the first half, and the start of the second half upon us here in a moment. As this start of the second half is brought to you by Snickers. You are not you when you are hungry. Drummond gets the ball stolen away from him by Horford. Bazemore running up the lane. Spin move, double team by Jackson and Caldwell Pope. Over to Cephalosha. Cephalosha is on fire today. Working on Caldwell Pope. Has Bazemore in the corner, and Bazemore will knock that one down. He has not missed a 3 today, as he has been money from the arc. As Drummond, nice right hand lay in to go in. Drummond has 10 on the day. He averages a double-double last year, and he's looking to do that again this year. Getting passing more into his system as well. Caldwell Pope guards Bazemore. Drummond. Teague. Checked by Jackson. Left wing. Angle right. Pound in the right hand. Entry pass Millsap. Millsap driving on Ilyasova. Gets him in the air, but he swings it back out to Cephalosha. Pull up 3 is good, and they're going to call a shooting foul on Marcus Morris. And Marcus Morris now giving Cephalosha the chance to get that rare 4-point play. Ball's in the air, and it is through, as that'll be the rare 4-point play, taking it from 54-54 to 58-54. Now 60-54. Mack in the left baseline, and that's going to be good as well. 62-54 Hawks right now, as Baines working on Millsap, has 2 points already, 6 rebounds. Turnaround jumper is off the mark. Schroeder gets the rebound. He's driving up the court. Angle left. Millsap, Corver, knockdown shooter, knocks it down. It is now a 11-point game, as the Pistons are now forced to call a timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Kia, best car brand in the business. As this timeout brings to attention the Pistons' struggles that they had last year, finishing last in the division. They could not play defense, and you're very much seeing that today, but that is partially because of their poor shot selection today. As that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Atlanta up 72-64. This is your Detroit Pistons Regional Radio Network. Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter here in the Phillips Center in Atlanta, Georgia. The Hawks hold on to an 8-point lead so far, as Jackson driving, Drummond trailer, bang! As that goes in for the two-handed jam. 2 hands, please, Andre Drummond. Jackson driving, kick over to Ilyasova. Morris left baseline. Screen from Ilyasova, driving. Backdoor cut Ilyasova, and that's going to be a bucket. That brings them to within 5, as it's 82-75 with 6 minutes left. Jackson, checked by Teague, out. Caldwell Pope wide open, bang, bang, bang. Caldwell Pope knocks that one down, and it is 82-78 now, 96.4 seconds left. Big possession here. Millsap gets him in the air, and Ilyasova is going to be called for his first foul. They're getting in with a shooting foul, and that's going to give the Hawks a chance to take the lead. Millsap missed his first here. This is a key second one. Pistons with 2 timeouts to spend. Millsap knocks it down off back iron, and it'll be a timeout for the Pistons. Pistons are going to have to draw up a good inbounds play here to give them a chance to win this game. All they need is a 2. Out of the timeout. Ilyasova will throw it in. Gotta think it's either going to go to KCP or Jackson. Throw into Jackson's bad. Jackson has to swing it to somebody else. Morris, pull up, jumper from the extended free throw line is no good. And the Hawks will hold on to beat the Pistons in this one. 91-90, as that was a crazy game, back and forth game. That third quarter, the Hawks just definitely showed they were the better team, and they were able to hold on in this one, advancing to 1-0 and making the Pistons drop to 0-1. Pistons just had to play better there, as SVG's Dan Van Gundy cannot be happy with that one. That was a game, that's a shot Marcus normally knocks down, and just didn't happen, so you get those kind of things. But now your post-game show presented by 2K Sports. Only way you can play NBA. But here, Millsap led the way for the Hawks, 17 points, along with Sefolosha with 15. Both had 11 rebounds. Sefolosha's is 3, that's pretty impressive. Schroeder, 6 points, 8 assists, 4 boards. Horford, one of our marquee matchups today, which was our marquee matchup, only 2 points, 7 boards, and 1 assist, as he was shut down by Dre. And dunks by Dre, had 1 dunk today, that two-handed jam, as he led the way with 18 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 assists, as Jackson had 16 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. Jennings, the other point guard, 12 points. And Ilyasova had 11 points with 7 rebounds. Morris and Baines both had 8 rebounds. Jackson led the way with 8 assists. Tolliver had 3. Drummond had 4, second on the team. Not too shabby. But guys, thanks for being here. This is your Detroit Sports Radio Network, and I'll be talking to you guys next game.